It's here, the episode you've been waiting for all year. It's the Mids Christmas special.
Episode 5.
Welcome. Oh my
Welcome to the
gosh,
Christmas show.
you've decorated your home beautifully, Wendy. Can I say the surrounding
Do you
windows
like
with every tree
all my
decorated?
trees? Oh, ignore that hand disappearing.
I'm also in the multiverse where my hands disappear. I mean, it puts my one tree to shame. You were one, two, three, four
Yeah, there's
trees
like
plus
12 more
massive
over.
garland. You're doing pretty well, my friend. Congratulations. So here we are
Here we
in
are
person.
in person.
We have quite a show planned. This show actually will have some structure, unlike our
Yeah, well,
non-televised podcast.
yep.
We're going to start with some discussion, move into a couple of games.
Mm-hmm. And we'll see what happens
We'll
along the
see
way.
what happens. I've got my llama,
I love
my
that cup.
disappearing llama.
What's in it? Tea?
A little, sure. Or Prosecco.
Oh, nice.
I
I've
think
got
we should
my
become sponsored by Prosecco.
giant.
Oh,
Oh, you can't even see
geez.
it. My giant brown
Hurry up
cow.
and drink it before it's gone. You're a brown cow fan, eh?
I do like it. I only had it for the first time like a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah, I like it.
I'm not a creamy drink fan.
I'm not all the time, but I do like it once in a while as a treat. It's kind
I
of like
do
my Christmas eggnog is my brown cow.
eggnog. Mm. All right. So
But
without further
first,
ado,
I'd love
jump
to
right
talk
in.
about our best
Oh,
and worst gifts that we've ever received.
okay.
I don't,
You go first with the, oh no,
I have a
you have
worst
the
one. There's a
worst.
fly. Sorry,
I
there's a
can't
fly.
see. I thought maybe you were getting into like some
Did
interpretive
it?
Christmas day. Listen, which is fine too. If you want to do that, we can have an interlude where you just show us your moves. I'd be totally down with that. Okay.
My worst gift was from my ex, and he got me a squeegee
So you could go
to
make
clean
money
the
on the side of
apartment.
the road?
To clean the apartment.
I thought he wanted you to go out and do like some windshields to bring in some extra money.
No, it was to clean the apartment, which I'd never used a squeegee before anyway, so I don't know why I'd need a squeegee.
What surfaces did he want you to clean with the squeegee?
Maybe the windows?
Do you have a
I don't
lot
know.
of
I opened it and I
windows?
was like, whatever, and I kind of walked away.
Glaring.
It was not a great
Like the
gift.
shower? Did you have a glass shower door?
No. No, it was a shitty
Oh,
apartment.
no, no.
No.
That's a weird gift. Like, first of all, 100% shitty gift. No
Yeah.
argument there. But also, if he wants you to clean, why a squeegee? Unless you
I
have, like,
know. That's
if
it,
you had
right?
the windows that you currently have in your backdrop, I mean, in your home, I would say, yes, a squeegee would be great. Chad should probably buy you one this
We
year.
didn't. It was a shitty apartment. It was an apartment in
Like,
friggin' Crescent Town in Toronto.
Crescent Town. Where's Crescent Town?
Victoria Park in Danforth.
Yeah.
It
Shout
wasn't
out
great.
Crescent Town. Good. There's a big pizza right there.
There wasn't when I
Huge.
lived there. But do you have a best gift?
Do I have a best gift? The best gift. See, I can't remember. Like, Christmas as you get older, obviously. Well, not for you. You get really good Christmas gifts, and I'm not complaining about the Christmas gifts I receive. I get some good Christmas gifts, but it does change, right? Like you're so busy buying Christmas gifts for your 152 kids, and I'm busy with my 50 kids, and like we're busy
Yeah.
thinking about everyone else. And then as your kids start to buy you gifts, like they get, I'm thinking and hoping incrementally better, but right, you don't get as good of gifts as you would have obviously when you're little. My best gift was probably my GT snow racer.
Oh,
So yeah, but it's bittersweet. So I wanted a GT snow racer really badly. It was probably, I don't know, early 80s, and it was the thing to have.
mm-hmm.
And I lived on Rupert Avenue in Stouffville, which had a really great, well, at the time I thought it was really great. I took my kids back. It didn't feel so big, but it felt like a great toboggan hill, right?
Okay.
And there was like a little gully in it that we called like Death Alley, and I loved that toboggan hill. So
They always
bringing
seem
it,
so huge
it
when
did,
we're
right?
kids, and then you go back and you're just like, it's like a
It's like
little lump.
that's a divot, yeah. And it was like dangerous because you could potentially snow or sled right into the fence of the old age home there. Super
Okay.
scary. But anyway, so the coolest thing would be to show up at that park with a GT snow racer at that time, right? Early 80s. And I asked for it. I didn't know if I was going to get it. And my dad was a firefighter, so he did a lot of shift work. And I had gotten up uncharacteristically early one morning, like 6:30, to get water because I was dying of thirst. So I come downstairs and my dad had just arrived home and his trunk was open and there was my GT snow razor.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, but it was bittersweet because that's when I knew there was no Santa Claus.
Oh,
So it was like this yay moment.
yeah. But then
So it
it
was a
probably all
great
went away when you
gift.
got the gift.
Yeah, I didn't care anymore. I kind of figured my mother's handwriting was suspiciously like
Ah,
Santa. So
yeah.
I was, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she always used to try and use other wrapping paper for our get like for the Santa gifts
That's
that
what
she
we
would use.
did.
But I
Yeah.
found them all the time. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say that was the best gift. Bittersweet circumstances, but
That's cool.
yeah. All right. Let's talk about memories. Do you have like good or bad memories growing up of Christmas?
Well, both.
Yeah, I guess
But
that's true.
I mean, I have a really good one though. When I was living with my Aunt Tina and Uncle Tom, um, it was Christmas, whatever, like open gifts and all that stuff. And then after about an hour of opening gifts, when we thought it was over, they came out with like a whole second load.
Oh,
Just, yeah, it was like boxes and boxes. And that's when I got do you remember that I used to wear this Coca-Cola shirt? Remember the Coca-Cola
yeah,
clothing was in
yeah,
fashion? I got
yeah.
that. I got the track pants. I got like all kinds of stuff. And then at the end of that, so it was like 1 hour of opening gifts and then another hour of opening another boatload of gifts. And then after that, they came out and told us that they got a pool for our backyard. It was like epic. This is on Booth Drive
I
in
don't remember a
Stouffville.
pool going in there. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't
So
invited to the pool.
I think you
Give me the
probably
number.
were.
I'm gonna call them to complain.
But yeah, that was epic. That was mind-blowing. I wasn't used to that kind of uh spoilment, I guess.
Yeah, no,
It was
that's
fabulous.
the Christmas that didn't end, the never-ending
Yeah, that's
Christmas.
exactly
Yeah.
what it was. Yeah.
Oh, I would love
It was
that.
pretty cool. Yeah, it was really fun.
Oh, I
You?
have mixed memories. So I mean, good memories, but I'm trying to think like so little things though, like nothing really big. I know that so when I was little, we didn't celebrate so much with my dad's family. My dad only had two sisters here, and the rest were scattered or mostly in Saskatchewan and
Mm,
area. And anyway,
yeah.
so my mom and her brother and her sister used to take turns hosting events. So one would host Christmas, the other would host Easter, I don't know if we did Thanksgiving, but then it would rotate, right? So everyone, but that feeling of like getting into the car and going at night somewhere to someone's house and just
Yeah.
that whole, it was very warm. Like I don't know that anything particular sticks out, but it was just that warm, fuzzy Christmas feeling.
Yeah.
And we followed like the European tradition. So we opened up all of our gifts Christmas Eve.
Oh,
So when we
wow.
got back, so I guess my parents would probably rush me out to the car and then put out all the gifts. And then when we got back Christmas Eve, if we weren't at my house and we were coming back from somewhere, we opened all the gifts that night. And that was kind
Wow.
of like, yeah. Christmas Day, I have to say, sucked because of that a little bit because I always felt like a big letdown and everyone was so tired that I was like, oh. And then you'd watch like in your neighborhood people pulling up for Christmas. So Christmas Day was
Yeah.
always kind of to me.
Well, how did you do if you did gifts on Christmas Eve? How did you ever do Santa Claus? Like he came, like how does that work?
He came while we were out or when I was getting my pajamas on.
Oh, okay.
He was super fast
I
or
was gonna
early.
say,
He was
wow.
super fast and early.
And
Yeah.
early, yeah.
And do you remember? So I remember if we weren't at home, we would listen to that Santa Claus. I think it was CFRB, always had the Santa Claus
Oh,
tracker. I
yes.
loved that. We did that
I
with my
totally
kids too.
forgot about that.
I did that with my kids too. If we were ever like traveling anywhere, or
Yeah.
my brother Mike would also he'd track it on the satellite for my kids when they were little. He'd be like, "Oh, guys, they're over China," the whole
Oh God, that's cute.
anticipation thing. It was super cute. Um, no, and now I would say it's more about like things like getting the tree. Like the tree is important to me. Our
Hmm.
family's changed a lot. This one's kind of also bittersweet too, because like our families have changed a lot. Like my parents are gone, so any of those cousin traditions are kind of gone. So it's a much smaller
Hmm.
Christmas, which is fine. And then of course I'm divorced and part of a blended family. We still kind of do our Christmases kind of separate. Like they're not quite settled yet, right? Like we haven't found our complete Christmas groove. It's getting
Mm.
better, but yeah, we haven't found the traditions that I really like are like Christmas Eve, my family comes over, and then we always get the tree at the beginning of Christmas, and that's kind of an event. But
Okay. But I
yeah,
think
that
it's
kind of covers
ever
it.
changing though, right? Like it's not even for us, it's not the same as it was when they were little and like things change and we have to like, whereas before like our big event is Christmas Day morning, right? Like that's the big show, right? Like and but now, I mean, they don't live here. So now we have like a time and poor Emily has suffered the most because we have to make her wait
The
until 9
youngest
a.m.
always does. Can I
just to
just
wait till
interject and say the youngest suffers the most in
true.
every scenario, no matter what.
It's
Thank you,
true. It's true. But now she
Emily.
has to wait until 9 o'clock in the morning when everybody arrives. And if somebody's late, I mean, she's looking at her watch like,
Seriously?
yeah.
Even at her age?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we're all early risers too, though, right? Like
Yeah,
we
I find
naturally
that's
wake up.
flipped. That's
Hey?
flipped in my house though, because my kids want to sleep in later. So now I'm getting them up. Like last year, I distinctly remember going and like shaking them awake at like 7:30
I don't
to
think I've
open
ever had to
gifts.
wake up the kids. Ever. Not on Christmas.
Maybe my
Every other
kids
day of
have
the
too
year, yeah.
much. Maybe my
Pardon?
kids I said, maybe my kids have too much. Your kids really, yeah, but you guys put on like your Christmas is next level. It really is.
Well, honestly, it's because like I mean, 6 kids is expensive, right? And so we didn't get the opportunity all year to spoil them or to get them things, right? So we really saved it all for Christmas. And that's when we'd, do all the basically make up for a year of not really buying treats and like all these things, right? So,
So do you think then that like psychology wise, because I got to get a little in even in the Christmas special. Do you think that maybe you're trying to give them that one Christmas every year that you experienced that you loved? Like that feelings. Don't you think we always try and impart the feelings that made us like
maybe,
the warmest?
maybe,
Every year is that Christmas for them. Good job.
possibly, possibly. I don't think about that. I mean, honestly, I mean, I love presents. I do love getting presents
Getting?
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But beyond all things, I love watching their faces when they open the gifts. Like it's just, I think
Yeah.
nothing else is in my head. I just enjoy that moment so much. It's just pure bliss for me.
Aw, that's sweet
But I
one.
do like getting presents a lot too. So, and Chad is really good at giving gifts.
Yeah, no, he's a very, very, very attentive gift giver.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to move on to we have a listener's memory.
Oh,
Yes. So Debbie messaged in and gave us a little tidbit of a memory that she has with her son. And so her son developed a love of alphagetti in his early years. I'm going to read directly from the email that she sent. Developed a love for alphagetti in his early years, not even sure where it came from, as that is not something that was in the household, maybe at a friend's house. So every Christmas she would put one in his stocking, and to this day she still does. I
that's
think
a
that is
heavy
so
stocking.
adorable.
That's so
Yeah,
cute.
but
Alphagetti.
I agree. I fucking love alphagetti.
You know what it made me think of is ravioli, tinned
Oh,
ravioli.
yeah, I love that
Oh,
too.
I haven't
Cold.
had that in years.
I eat it out of the,
Cold.
oh yeah, right out
You're
of the
a
tin.
savage. What the
Right out of
fuck?
the tin, man. That's the
No,
best way to eat it. Oh
no,
yeah,
no,
totally.
no. I'm gonna warm
Mhm.
some up for you next time.
No,
I think you just don't know.
I don't want it
You
warm.
don't eat
Maybe
it out
it's
of the
because
tin.
our electricity went out, so I got used to
All right, Tiny Tim, I'm gonna heat some up for you next
I
time as a
actually
real
like it.
treat.
Looking forward to it.
Listen, your big birthday request, right? When I
Oh
came to
yeah.
you on your birthday
That was, yeah, you surprised me.
was beans. So you just wanted some freaking beans.
Blueberry pie.
Yeah.
That's
You're a
what, yeah.
really
And
easy
you brought
person
it
to
for me.
impress.
That was
Yes, I
wonderful.
did.
And
Of
they were
course.
great beans. They
Good
were
beans. Those
fantastic
are
beans.
actually really good beans.
They were
Like
really good.
if Dave the Butcher in Orangeville would like to sponsor us, that would be fine because he makes some
Absolutely.
seriously good baked beans.
They were the best
Oh,
baked beans I've ever had.
they are. They're really good.
Um,
I was thinking of an aunt, like when do you have family members that have like specific weirdness around Christmas? Like I was thinking my daughter
mhm.
and my ex-husband actually, they both have this, and this is coming out this Christmas where we're trying to combine our gifts because we're actually spending half of our Christmas together. In my previous nuclear family, we're trying to be all modern and spend Christmas together.
Mhm.
And we had an agreement that we were going to divvy up the Christmas gifts, which my daughter was like absolutely 20 years old. Let me just preface 20-year-old daughter who thinks that this is a terrible idea because Christmas with divorced parents, the benefit is you get two sets of presents. So we were going to combine them. She's like, what's the point of being divorced if I'm not getting two sets of presents? Anyway, my ex-husband and my daughter have this really horrible, horrible quality where they tell everyone what they've got.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's horrible. Like they say, I'm not going to tell you, but I got you this. Like
Just out of the blue, they don't even give you warning.
they know it's just you're like slapped in the face with the fact that you're not going to be surprised. And it's driven me nuts like for years. And now that we're trying to like do this
Mm-hmm.
family Christmas again. It's like it's reared its head again. And I'm like, seriously? Well, I'm not going to tell. So now we are actually getting them two sets of gifts because I refuse to tell him anything that I've bought
Yeah.
because he's just going to tell them.
He's
So
gonna
now they're Ella's wish is coming true and they're both going to have like a load of gifts from each of us. Divorce has served them
funny.
well. I know. Do you have any weirdos in your family?
Not really. I mean,
Anyone who gets weird gifts that you don't want to you don't have to mention names, but like, is there anyone that's like a funny
no,
gift giver? No,
not
you've trained them
really.
well.
Yeah,
You've trained
no.
them well then.
No, they all could do really good gifts. My brother and I, when we were younger, we used to, it was,
Cold ravioli. Did you give each other cold tins of ravioli and just open them?
oh no, he would give me nothing and I would take his rock magazines and wrap them up and give them back to him.
I like that. I like those that idea of just wrapping people's stuff up and giving actually
Give
that'd
it
be a
back to
great
them.
idea. Yeah, that's a good I might do some of that this year just to mess with people. What about
But we,
so I know you
mhm.
sorry, go ahead. No,
No,
go.
we also used to, uh, my mom would hide the gifts. We knew where they were. We'd go. We literally would unwrap them and then wrap them back up.
See, as you get older, though, don't you like the element of surprise? Like, I love
Okay,
the element of surprise.
I do, but Chad still doesn't trust me because if it like he gets my gifts sent to his work because because I
Well, that's
can't
pretty
resist
sad
the
when.
snoop. I can't resist. I have to snoop.
See, I think I've only gotten over that in the last couple of years. Like, I used to have to snoop. I don't snoop anymore.
But I do like the surprise. I just can't resist it.
All right. So I want to ask you about
Yeah.
Christmas movies. What's your favorite
Oh.
Christmas? So I know, and I say this because a little insider information for anyone listening, watching, that these two, Chad and Wendy, start watching Christmas movies at the what,
In
November
November.
30th?
No, no.
And there's a
November,
spreadsheet
November,
involved.
November 12th.
Yeah. Okay. And there's a spreadsheet involved, and nothing is off limits.
Yes.
Like the cheesiest.
Yes. Well, no, we try to stick with like relatively good movies, but we do try like the
I
new
feel
ones.
like there was some hallmarks in there.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. There's like some Hallmark ones in there because ones we haven't seen. But there is, okay, so I actually jotted down my favorites.
And this is where we differ.
So tonight we
And I
just
love
watched
you.
with dinner. We watched Elf, which I love. I
Okay.
love
Well,
Elf,
of course.
right?
Yeah. Standard.
We haven't watched this one yet this year, but Love Actually.
Love Actually. See, I think I want to stop a beat on Love Actually.
Okay.
Because Love Actually, within the last couple of years, I've heard like controversy around Love Actually. I've heard people, and I mean, I'm fairly politically correct because of my job. Like there's certain things I try and be politically correct. I try to be as appropriate as possible without crossing lines into crazy town. So Love Actually, someone brought up a point about the fact that there's like a stalker feel to the one storyline, right? So if you haven't watched Love Actually, please do. There's multiple storylines all around Christmas. One of them is a man that videotapes his best friend's wife a lot. And if you just see that without
Yeah.
any context, it sounds stalkery. And I guess it is to a certain extent.
I don't
But like it's
agree.
become, yeah.
It
So
was
that's
at the
become a
wedding
point of
only.
he is a little obsessed with her. The knocking at the door at the end,
Well, okay, yeah, that
that I do think like I would be like,
yeah,
buddy, I'm not kissing him.
yeah.
No,
But that's not my favorite storyline in it anyway.
that isn't my favorite story. What's your favorite storyline?
The one with he's the writer
Colin
and she
Firth.
speaks only
Yes.
Portuguese, I think it is.
Just in
I love
cases.
that one. Yes, just in
I say
cases.
that-
I love when she says that. Oh God, I love that storyline.
I love that
to me is the
storyline,
best
too.
one.
When they're talking about each other in their own languages.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It just
Better be
melts
good.
me. I love it.
I love that one.
Yeah.
The Emma Thompson one breaks my heart every
Oh,
year. I sit and cry
Yep.
every year.
every year.
She's so good. And I hate his mistress. Like I hate her.
Oh, me too.
She's awful.
Cow.
Awful woman. Yeah, she's a stupid cow.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
And I love what's his name that goes to the US. And maybe that's a little stereotypical. I don't know.
We have the guy.
Inappropriate.
Yeah. I forget
Ends
his
up
name.
in an orgy.
Yeah.
Like, but he's lovable. Like that's just kind of funny. That's good. So yeah,
Yeah.
I watch Love Actually every year as well.
Yeah.
And Elf. Elf is standard. What else
Yeah.
for you?
Last night, and this is one of my all-time favorites, The Family Man.
That's
I
my
love that
one.
movie.
I love The Family Man.
Oh, it's
so
such
good.
a good movie. Like, if you
Every
haven't seen
year.
it, listeners, please watch The Family Man. It is so good.
And who doesn't love Tia Leone? Like, I don't know if I'd want to be
Oh,
married to Nicolas Cage, but if I had to be married to Tia Leone, I think I'd be okay with that.
no joke.
I love her.
Me too.
But that, like, when he wakes up and then she's like a successful business person, it kills me every year.
Yeah.
Kills me.
That's what, you know what? It's so funny because I'm like, Chad said that because we watched it last night and he was like, he hates the ending because it's like the kids no longer exist, you know, like the whole thing. And,
Oh, I'm with him.
and I'm like, yeah, but they're going to just start. Like they're going to exist, you know,
But are they
like,
going to
because you
have
know
those
me,
kids?
I'm like Miss Positive, right?
Super annoying sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I know it is.
All right. Favorite movies do you have more?
Yeah, I have 3 more.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course you do. You have a
They'll be
spreadsheet.
quick though.
You have a
What?
spreadsheet.
I don't have a spreadsheet
Did you
on
men-
this. I'm not the spreadsheet person. That's Chad.
You have a spreadsheet on Christmas movies.
No, oh yeah, to watch them and the dates we're going to watch them. So it's all organized and we don't
Okay,
miss
yeah.
any.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I must have been crazy for
I
suggesting
mean,
it.
fuck. The Night Before. That's one of my
Oh my
all-time
God.
favorites.
Freaking love The Night Before.
That movie, I cry
Oh.
laughing every
Every
single
time.
year.
Every time.
It cracks me up. The baby in the church.
If you just say Baby in the Church, I am laugh. I love that movie.
But it
No, that's
cracks
a good
me up.
one.
And every year I
forgot
tell the
about that
kids,
one.
I say to the kids, did you see The Night Before? Have you seen that Christmas movie? And every year they're like, you say that to us every year.
Every year. We literally watched that Christmas Eve last year.
Oh, that's a good
We
one for
did, yeah.
Christmas Eve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie. And I don't know if you know about this one. This one might be a little, I don't think it's lesser
Is it a
known, but
Hallmark movie?
no, it's from FX. You know that it's a channel like FX puts it out, and it's a Christmas Carol. But this version of Christmas Carol, I highly recommend it. You will love it, I think. It's darker. It's kind of like a mini series. I think it's a 3-part mini series sort of thing. And each part is like, I think about 2 hours. But it is fantastic. The acting is incredible.
So who's in? Is it actors we would know, or is it
No. It's a darker twist. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
I've never seen it.
But it's FX's A Christmas Carol. I highly recommend listeners watch this miniseries. It's fantastic. It's a darker twist though. They kind of go into a little bit of what happened when he was left at the school kind of thing. So it gets a little dark there.
Who? Timmy? Who was left at
Timmy?
School?
No, Ebenezer.
Oh.
When he goes back, like to the Ghost of Christmas Past takes him back to his school, remember? So it goes into what happened at the school. It's dark. It's a darker version, but it's so captivating. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. So that would be
It's a Wonderful
my
Life.
short list. Well, yeah,
It's a Wonderful Life.
Of course.
That's
we watch that every year. Every year we watch that.
That's a big one for me. I love It's a Wonderful Life. I love all the ones you've mentioned, actually. Those are probably my favorites. Family Man, Love Actually, It's a Wonderful Life.
You know what I love? Well, I don't love in the one It's a Wonderful Life. When
Mary.
What's his name? What's his name?
We love when anyone says Mary.
What's his George? When George is going through the glimpse, right? Like he's seeing what life is like if he was never born.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Mary is like some crappy looking freaking, like she makes herself all crappy looking, and she's this librarian who like can't even talk to men just because he wasn't born.
You're right. Because honestly, she must have done okay up until the Buffalo Girl night, right?
Yeah.
Until the pool splits and all this stuff happens.
That's
She
it.
looked like she was doing okay until
She was
then.
pretty outgoing, right?
So
she went to
her
university.
you're very right about this.
Right?
Her entire being was based on him being born.
Yeah.
Shoot me now. Yeah. That is really interesting.
Yeah.
I've never thought of that.
Yeah. Every year I see that part and I'm just shaking my head like, really?
Yeah, that's what happened to Mary.
Poor Mary. Poor Mary.
Huh.
Yep.
That's interesting. Poor Zuzu.
So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off on your movie list.
Did not. No, I think that was it. I think that we had a lot of the sames. I'm really happy you didn't mention any of your Hallmark movies.
I didn't.
What about
there is one.
No.
There's a great one. Actually, you know what? That's part of my songs. So never mind.
Okay, please. Let's go into songs. What's your favorite Christmas song?
I only have 2.
Okay.
Well,
I wonder
that's
if
not
they're
true.
the same.
Like I do have preferred ones. Okay, but
When
my
is preferred?
favorite, my super favorite is "It Snowed" by Megan Smith.
I do.
What?
I don't know what this song.
You know the song? It's like "It snowed, it snowed, it snowed last night." Really?
Drawing a huge blank here.
It's a good song.
Who's Megan Smith?
I don't know. She only sang that song. Maybe.
I thought you might pull out a classic, but okay. Megan Smith.
And my new favorite is from a Hallmark movie. And the Hallmark movie is called Holiday Harmony. And it's such a cute movie. It is cute. I highly recommend you watch it. Well, maybe not highly, but I recommend you watch it.
Maybe after this bottle of Prosecco, that will be a good movie.
Yeah, no, do it. It's cute. And it's called This Is Christmas is the song. And it's a really great song.
Really wants to join us. I'm really sorry.
No, that's okay. What about you? What are your favorite songs?
Good King Wenceslas. Like normal people. Good King Wenceslas went out on the
Feast of Stephen.
Even when the sun. No. I love a story. So
I just learned about him.
Well, he was a good man.
He was a
Maybe
really good man.
it's my not-for-profit. Hold on, I like Good King Wenceslas a
I had
lot.
no idea. I hated that song my whole life
Wow.
because it was just so.
I love that about it. I love that about it.
I thought it
I
was
love it.
boring. And
Oh
then
my
I
God, I
learned the
loved it.
story of the Good King Wenceslas, and now I love that song.
How can you not? Good King Wenceslas. What's my other favorite? Well, Silent Night, but Silent Night is a song that Ella demanded. My daughter demanded every night,
Mm-hmm.
365 days a year. She demanded I sing Silent Night to her. So that's just kind of a funny memory.
That's cute.
I'm a pretty big, like, it's fun. Like, I like Christmas music and I like it, like, exactly in December. Probably the way you are about Christmas movies, I am about Christmas music.
Okay.
And we have them at work. Like, we have it running pretty much. We do a big deal at Christmas. So I'm like in the middle of a big Christmas
Yeah.
extravaganza right now. And I love that. And I love seeing, like, no matter what's happened in someone's life or where they are in life, Christmas is one of those connectors, right?
Yeah.
Like, whether it's music or movies or tradition, it just brings everyone very much together. And
Mm-hmm.
that's Christmas music. I don't know. It would be horrible if we had to listen to it all year round. I would hate it.
Absolutely. I
And
agree.
honestly, even I listened to some today when I was doing my month end, and I was like, okay, wearing a little thin. Like, by the end of next week, I'll be done.
Yeah.
100%.
So, our next segment of this Christmas show extravaganza
Extravaganza.
is our Would You Rather game.
I'm
So-
very sorry. I have to read off my phone because I forgot to print it.
So, we're going to do a series of regular Would You Rather mixed up with some Christmas Would You Rathers.
Okay.
So, do you want to kick
You
us
wanna go?
off?
What an honor. Okay. Would you rather, Wendy? And I want to remind you about would you rathers. There's no alternative. It's would you
No,
rather this
you have
or
to
would you
this or
rather
that.
that?
Absolutely.
So I want
I
you
know
to
how to play.
answer with conviction. No,
Okay.
no. I need you to know there is no alternate universe. In the world that I introduced to you, there is this or there is that. And that is
Okay.
it. I don't
Okay.
want to hear anything other than that.
Okay.
Would you rather be baby birded by a stranger every time you eat?
What does baby
Or
birded mean?
so every time you eat, a stranger has to chew up your food and spit it into your mouth,
Oh, God. Okay.
or eat cat food only for the rest of your life.
Cat food?
Mm,
Cat food.
Really?
Yeah.
But what if you could have any type of food if it was chewed up and
Chewed
spit
up
into
and
your mouth?
spit into my mouth. No thanks. I'll eat the fucking cat food.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you rather make it with Santa or make it with the Grinch?
Santa.
Really?
Yeah? That's twofold. First of all, it's Santa. He's got magical powers, so there's got to
Good
be something good to
gifts.
come there, right? And then endless supply of gifts. What's the
Only
Grinch
if
going to give you?
hot
Fucking-
makeout session? I feel
Really?
like the Grinch would, yeah, I'd have a hotter makeout session with the Grinch.
I feel like
I'm
he's
going for the
selfish.
Grinch.
I feel like the Grinch is
I
selfish.
feel like he's good. I feel like the Grinch. Okay. Would you rather be 11 feet tall
Yeah.
or 9 inches tall?
9 inches.
Me too. You could scatter about and like
Totally.
do all kinds. Yeah, no, I'm good with 9 inches.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you
That's a good one.
rather? Would you rather have an
Picturing
ever-present
us.
Santa? Yeah, well, for both 9 inches, that's way better. Otherwise, you have to carry me around, which is okay too.
Yeah. No. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Would you rather have an ever-present Santa beard or reindeer legs?
I think reindeer legs.
Me too. I don't want to be there like at all.
Oh, because first of all, you can cover them up, and second, you can probably run like the fucking Dickens.
Yeah, with your 9-inch friend on your back.
That's it.
Yeah, Wendy. Okay. Would you rather steam out of your ears like a train every time you were mad or bark like a dog when you're excited?
My ears.
Steam.
I'm hardly
Yeah,
ever mad.
I know. That's also annoying. I would steam all the time. That's the problem. I think at work I would steam too much. I'm not mad all the time. That's terrible. But when I do get mad, I don't always try and
Yeah.
show it in the moment. So then it would be
Yeah.
maybe I'd have to pick bark just for professional reasons. I might have to bark.
You might have to bark.
Shit. Okay, one more Christmas.
Okay.
Would you rather have a Christmas tree in your house every day of the year or drink eggnog daily?
Christmas tree in the house.
You and me both.
Totally. All right.
I'm ready.
Okay. Would you rather always have to sing instead of speaking or dance everywhere you go?
Sing instead of speaking. I do
Knew
that
you were
kind
going to
of
say that.
idea.
I do
Yeah,
that
'cause I
too.
do. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay. Here's a Christmas one. Would you rather have to wrap all your presents using only duct tape or try to unwrap them wearing only mittens? Well, maybe not wearing only mittens.
I'm like, unwrap with only mittens.
Yeah. I think that would
Yeah,
be easier than trying to wrap them with duct tape
I could
with your
friction. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
could do it.
Okay. Would you rather go back to your 20s with the knowledge you have now or fast forward to retirement with financial security?
Oh shit, that's a good one.
Right?
Fast forward to, financial security.
I don't know. I think I'd go back.
But that would change too much.
That's okay. Because if you fast forward to retirement, you've just cut your life shorter.
Well, I'd like to retire. Like, can I choose my age of retirement? Like, no. No, the 20s were no.
Okay. So, no.
That's a hard no. Yeah.
Okay.
Make me old.
Would you rather have to sing jingle bells every time you enter a room or do an awkward Santa laugh, ho, 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 every time someone says your name? But like awkwardly, like ho, ho, ho.
Every time I enter a room.
You have to sing jingle bells.
How
Or,
often do you hear your old name? Like, I would just ask people not to say my name as much. Yeah. Ho, ho,
ho,
ho.
ho, ho.
My voice is
Ho,
smoother.
ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Yes.
Okay. Either listen only to your favorite songs from your teenage years or only discover new music from now on.
Oh, I like my teenage years music. We had good influences in our music. We had people that
Yeah.
introduced us to good music at a young age, I would say. And
Mhm.
yeah, no, the first, yeah, I'd
Yeah,
rather
the
listen
teenage
to,
music. Yeah, me too.
yeah,
Me too.
100%. I had good taste when I was a teenager.
Yeah, same. Would you rather only be able to shop for gifts in dollar stores or only be able to re-gift things you've received?
Regift. I could do some good regifting, I think. Yeah.
I think I could too. I've
Well, it
got some good
sounds like
stuff.
it. Yeah, it sounds like it. I think you're good. I'll take any of your old gifts. Thank you. Regift away.
Okay, this is a little bonus one I threw in. This is a good one. Would you rather have perfect skin or perfect metabolism the rest of your life? That's a hard one.
Well, if I pick one, will the other be really bad? Like, or is it just the way it is right now?
I think it's just the way it is right now.
Metabolism, then. My skin's pretty good.
I think I'd go for metabolism too.
Yeah.
Okay, last one.
All right.
Would you rather build a snowman that comes to life and won't leave?
Fucker.
Or deal with a reindeer who follows you around everywhere?
Both of them forever?
Yeah.
Reindeer.
I would figure snowman because he'll melt in the summer, no? It is time.
It is time
for the Christmas trivia lightning round.
Okay, so the way this is going to work, we have 4 questions each in 1 minute. So I'm going to ask you first my 4 questions.
Okay.
And you have 1 minute, and whoever gets them all right is the winner. Yeah, I have nothing else planned. Is
Okay.
the winner. All right. Start.
Okay.
Who were baby Jesus's first visitors?
The three wise men.
How Mary and Joseph traveled to Jesus's birthplace?
On a donkey.
Woo! In the original Frosty the Snowman animated movie, what's the first thing Frosty says when he comes to life?
Happy birthday.
Who wrote and performed Run, Run, Reindeer?
Run, run. Oh God. Oh God. Who was it? I can't remember.
Run, run,
Run,
reindeer.
reindeer. Oh, that's not the one I was thinking of.
Mm.
I don't know. I give.
Okay, 2 right, 2 wrong. So, to recap, you were wrong about baby Jesus' first visitors. They were shepherds. You were
Oh.
correct about the mode of transportation, donkey.
Mm-hmm.
You were correct about Frosty the Snowman. The first thing he says when he comes to life is happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
However, you failed on Run Run Reindeer. That's Chuck Berry.
Oh. I don't even remember the song. I'd have to hear the song again.
Run.
Okay. Are you ready for yours?
Yes,
Okay. We're going to go.
I'm ready. Rapid
Now.
fire.
What is the name of George Bailey's guardian angel in It's a Wonderful Life?
Clarence.
Yes. In the song Winter Wonderland, what do we call the snowman?
Parson Brown.
Yes. What is the best-selling Christmas song ever?
White Christmas.
Yes. What was the first company that used Santa Claus in advertising?
Coca-Cola.
God damn you. That was 30 seconds. You
Bitch,
win.
please.
You win.
Bitch,
You
please.
kicked my ass.
You and I had a very small pool. I'm going to say this one. You and I had a very small pool of questions to go over on Google. So I may have seen those questions when I was picking yours.
Oh, I was wondering, I was like, I bet you she's going to glance at my questions.
Cheating would be knowing you were going to do something. I did not know that he didn't exit the right question.
Okay.
Anyway, good job, both of us.
So that's
Okay,
it.
do we have no, it's not.
Oh, no,
Because
it's
we
not.
have a listener question.
I
Someone
forgot.
actually asked us a listener question.
Yes. So
Okay, you have it.
Okay. I do. It's open.
Okay.
So Julia sent us a message and asked,
Julia. Yes.
if you had to name one holiday tradition that you absolutely will never change because it means too much to you, what would it be?
The tree.
Your Christmas tree?
Getting a live tree. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. So I grew up with a live tree until I can't remember what age. And then my mother was allergic to everything. My mother had allergies before it was cool to have allergies. She was
Yeah.
allergic to everything. We could not go through a department store because she was allergic to the perfume. So when she became allergic to the tree, we got this really, like, do you know those old trees where you have to literally like place in every single branch?
Yeah. Oh God,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember
And we
those.
had that tree forever. And there was one Christmas where we tried to get a real tree to see if it would bother. Actually, it's a good Christmas memory. My brother and his best friend and myself and my boyfriend at the time and my dad all went to this tree farm that was owned by my parents' old friend. They hadn't seen in years. So we went and my dad's chatting with the people because they were his old friends. Meanwhile, my ex-boyfriend and I and my brother cut down the motherfucking biggest tree you could see. It's huge. And we go and we kind of try and put it on the car. And my dad didn't see how large it was at first. And then he's looking at it tied to the tree, like tied to the car. And he's like, what have you done? So we have this massive tree. And then as we're driving home, I don't think he had like the rope to the capacity to tie this tree down. The tree flies off the car. Like
No way.
flies off the car. And then we have to reverse to get it. We run over the tree and then
Oh
bring
my
this
God.
mangled tree home. So that was the only live tree we had in my parents' house for years and years. So every
Wow.
year it's like a big deal. I've gotten so much better. Like I kind of mark my maturity by my behavior getting the tree every year. So this year, I would say, like, when my kids would agree with me, like, I was the most mature. Someone else picked out the tree. It's nowhere near perfect, and I love it more than any tree I've ever had.
Oh, that's
But that
awesome.
experience of getting the tree, forever and ever.
Wow. Me, it would
You?
be just Christmas morning. Like that. I mean, I'm sure at some point in time when the kids have kids and wives and whatever, that we'll have to make adjustments, but I don't know. That's going to be a hard one for me to ever let go of is Christmas morning. That's just the big show. So
The big show.
that's the one tradition that right now I'm not budging on.
Hey, you know what, though? I think you've made it so, huge for your boys too, that, like, and
Yeah.
Emily, but I think that they're just it's always gonna be, to some
Yeah.
degree. It will always be.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
who
think
wouldn't
so.
want their kids to have that? And you'll give the grandkids, oh my God. Grandpa Chad is gonna be, like, super cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna have
Yeah.
tons of stuff.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
good.
that's it. Thank you for
We
that
did
question. That's
it.
awesome. We did
Yeah,
it.
and
We
we
did the
did it.
Christmas
We
show.
did a full Christmas show. Anyway, that
No.
leads us into the fact, so in January, we have our first guest.
Hmm.
We've decided that we will have guests. Like, that was something we've both wanted to do.
Yep.
We wanted to get a couple of episodes under our belt, but then going forward, we'll probably have a guest a month, I would say.
Yeah.
We haven't really discussed
Hopefully.
that, but that would be
But
kind
yeah,
of my,
that would
and we're
be
not
our
looking to
goal.
have, yeah, we're not looking to have expert guests. We're looking to have people, everyday people that have a lived expertise of something. So whether it's something that they've lived and experience they've had, somewhere they work, something they know. We just want ordinary, everyday experiences, that we and we'll have questions. So obviously
Yeah.
that, like, I think we're still gonna do a question format. So we're still gonna have, like, a theme, I would say,
Yeah.
right? Like, so a
Yeah, I think
theme, and then
so.
we'll ask questions around that theme based on what
Hmm.
that person's expertise is.
Yeah.
So our
Yeah.
first guest, we're breaking now until January 7th,
Hmm.
and then we will have our first guest January 7th.
Yep.
I
Very
want to
excited
thank
about that.
everybody for tuning in. We've had, like, such a thrill doing this through
Yeah.
2024. The last couple of weeks, we've had what? This is our fifth episode.
Yeah.
And I know we say this, but it's been way more fun than we thought it would be. And, like, hearing people's input, and
Yeah. It's been a
it's
blast.
just, yeah, it's total joy in our lives,
Hmm.
right? Like, it's taking that time to just have a ton of fun and talk to each other in a way. I learned more about you. I had no idea about your favorite Christmas movies because no one in the world's ever heard of them. No, not your movies, sorry, your songs, your Christmas songs. Maybe 10% of the world's population has heard of these two songs. And I like celebrating that about you.
I think it's well, that's it. I think it's fun. Like I'd never heard that Christmas tree memory, So you like, even after all these years, we learn more about each other, right? And I think that's
So even if
super
it's just
awesome.
you and I, hey,
Yeah, if nobody listens, although we really do like our listeners, but
especially
it's
Daniel,
we're having fun. We're having fun, and
my
that's what
llama to
matters,
Daniel.
right? Yeah. But that being said, we just hit our over 100 listens this week. So that's very cool. So thank you, listeners, for that.
Well, tickle
That
my
was that
arse
was a
with a
fun
feather.
milestone.
That's lovely.
Yeah, no, that was an exciting thing to wake up to.
That's totally fun.
In closing, I would like to mention that it's no secret, this is the giving time of year. And I just want to encourage our listeners and our friends and family to give where you can. Doesn't matter how much, how little, every little bit helps. I personally have an affinity for the food banks. So every year we give to the food banks. So please do what you can and give what you can.
I did socks for homeless people. I donated some money for socks for homeless people. It's a
Give
tough
something.
time of year, man.
It is a
It's a
tough time
tough
of
time
year.
of year. I think it's a tough time of year in general. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot
Hmm.
of, and God forbid you have less than everybody else right now. It's got to be the toughest time of year.
Yeah,
It's kind of
absolutely.
thrust upon you that everyone has more, and
Yeah,
whatever you can do to whoever, I think, find a cause that means something to you.
absolutely.
Give
It's
just
very
a little
important.
bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's totally
Yeah.
important. And
And
anyone who wants to raise a question
yes,
or leave a comment or connect with us,
yes, send us an email at themidconversations@gmail.com. Instagram and YouTube is _podcast. And Facebook is mid podcast. Those are our handles. So please reach out to us and we will be happy to put your question on our show.
Merry Christmas, Gwen.
Merry Christmas, trees. Merry Christmas,
Love ya.
listeners.
Merry Christmas. Half my hand is waving.
I know. Look at my fingers.
Oh, shit. We got to get you that surgery. All right. Until
Okay.
January.
Until January. Everybody
Thanks
have a
for
safe and
listening.
happy holiday.
Thanks for listening to The Mid.
The mid.